Hello beautiful people, this is Menvir and you are watching the Linux Gamer. So in the comments someone asked me to do a video about custom Linux kernels and how to install them. So let's get down to business. Installing custom kernels is a pretty forward operation. What you're gonna need to know is your custom kernel of choice, your CPU, which generation is from, and which graphics card are you using. nvidia need a special driver which called nvidia-dkms. For the AMD side, I'm not really sure which drivers they require. Just do some Google search and you will find out. I don't think they require any special drivers, but I'm not sure. So I have an NVIDIA card. Let's do our guide with an NVIDIA card. For this guide, I chose the linux-tkg-pds kernel, which has fsync for gaming support. It has everything I need. For you, install what you need. So to start this tutorial, we're gonna need to find out which CPU you need. So just do sudo pacman -s neofetch and write your password and just install. After that is done, just rewrite neofetch and this will come up. Like you see, I'm using the Arch Linux and I'm using the Intel Ivy Bridge CPU. So with that in mind, let's start our guide. We're gonna need the chaotic IOR for the tkg-pds kernel, which you're gonna grab right now from their site chaotic IOR. I just saw it. There it is. So what you're gonna need is copy this to the etc/pacman.conf, which you're gonna do right now. Sudo nano. Use your editor of choice. I just like nano, I work best with it. Go to the to the end of file and just do a copy to all of this. Like you see, I have copied it already. So to copy it in nano, just hit Ctrl Shift and V and it will paste it. Save your file with Ctrl O, hit enter, Ctrl X, exit. Now after we have added the chaotic IOR to our list, we're gonna need to update our pacman, which we're gonna do with sudo pacman -syy and hit enter, and it will synchronize our packages, our databases. Like you see, here it is, chaotic IOR just being updated and all done. After that have been done, what you're gonna need to do is let me just expand the terminal so you can see better. After that is done, you need now to search for the correspondent kernel on your CPU. Like I said, just we're gonna use the tkg-pds, so we're gonna write linux-tkg-pds and here it is, Ivy Bridge. If someone using Ryzen 2nd gen, here is Zen 2. Ryzen first gen, I think it's just linux-tkg-pds Zen. Coffee Lake, at the end it's Coffee Lake, and so on and so forth. So with Linux, copy it and do. Let's exit from Google now, we don't need it. What you're gonna do is after you have searched your kernel, just do sudo pacman -s and paste what you have found in Google and space and paste it one more time and do dash headers this time. What this gonna do? Target not found. Why? Oh, I wrote it wrong. Ivy Bridge. See, you need to just make sure that you are installing the correct files. Like you see, which this gonna do is install our new Linux kernel, which is 5.9.13, and its correspondent headers. Without the headers file, you would not boot your system. It's needed for the NVIDIA driver to load correctly. So just hit yes and install. I'm not gonna install it since I did it already. And after that is done, now we're gonna need to reinstall our drivers. So with every new Linux kernel install, it's recommended to reinstall everything. So just do -rnsc and write your NVIDIA driver. If you know what it is, then write the correct driver. If you don't, just do NVIDIA. Most of the time you are running the normal driver. After that is done, mine is gonna say not found, since I don't have the normal NVIDIA driver, I have the DKMS driver. You need to install the nvidia-dkms driver. Just do sudo pacman -s nvidia-dkms and hit install. Mine is gonna say conflicted packages, since I already installed the chaotic version of the NVIDIA driver. You just hit yes and continue. I'm not gonna replace my current driver, and the all install will be done. So in this point, you are installed the new kernel, new driver, and the new Linux headers. So after that is done, you need to update your grub bootloader. For that, you're gonna need to do sudo grub, of course, -mkconfig -o /boot /grub.cfg and hit enter, and it will update your grub. If you don't see the new Linux kernel being loaded and found, then you have done something wrong. Just go back a few steps and confirm what you have done wrong. In this point, we are all set, it's all done. So we're gonna just do a reboot and you will be up and running. After the reboot has done, you are running now the new Linux kernel. To confirm, just do a uname space -r and it will see the new kernel. For you who's using Lutrus, the upside of using a custom kernel is using the fsync support. So for example, if we do configure and see here, we can now load the enable fsync and it's all up and running. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you all in the next one.